as we enter into a new era of leadership, empowerment, and influence. In this season 2 of Transcend with M, we want to highlight the power that lies underneath us, underneath you. On this new season, we will showcase true stories about women who, one way or another, are exercising influence by tapping on their strength and their own story. I hope, just like me, that you let all these women and their stories empower you today and shape your tomorrow, just like they have helped me. So welcome to Season 2 of Transcend with M. Know her story. Welcome everyone to another episode of Transcend with M, Season 2, Know Her Story. And today I am extremely excited because I have Karen Landry with me. Karen and I met about 10 years ago when I was in desperate need of a new home, expecting my now 9-year-old Veronica, and she was so understanding. She was amazing, and till today we are good friends. Karen is an extremely understanding person. She is kind. She's always willing to help. And her level of professionalism and patience was one that really helped me understand that I needed to be a better person 10 years ago. So, I have seen her kids go from like middle school to college graduates. She has grown to be one of the most successful realtors in the country. And her story is one that even when I don't know it completely, I know it will sweep you off your feet because she's powerful, she's strong, she's a lioness in my eyes, and she's determined. And best of all, she has the biggest heart I've ever, seen in a person. So Karen, welcome. Tell us a little bit about you.
Thank you so much, Monica. It's really so very nice to see you. We don't see each other enough anymore.
Right.
Especially with the times that we're in now. So it's really special to be able to take a moment with you. And it's so hard to believe that it's been 10 years.
Right?
That's amazing. I'm still your mama bear, though.
I know.
I think that's the best adjective that most clients give me, is that I'm their mama bear, because they know that I really do become very protective of them throughout the entire process. And so I'm glad that everything worked out for you along the way, and many transactions, not just one.
Right. So do you want to tell us a little bit about how did you become one of the most successful realtors in the business? Who is Karen?
Karen is a very persistent woman. I'm not a person who gives up. And I think that persistency and kindness and patience, but most of all, integrity is the foundation of what we do. And those are the pillars of my team. The 3 pillars are service, kindness, and integrity. And I believe that's what's carried me for 31 years in this business. And it's hard to believe that that was that long ago. And I just need to know the long-term effects of Clairol. But it's been a great business for me to raise my 2 children as a single mother for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's flexible. It gives me opportunity. There's no ceiling. So the harder you work, the greater the reward can be.
Yeah.
And it's really pretty cool to have met some of my closest friends along the way, such as you, Monica. So thank you for being part of that journey.
Yeah. Well, I think, I remember as fresh as today when I called you. I think it was like maybe 8:30 at night from my little condo in Framingham. And all I said was, I need a home. I'm having a baby.
That's exactly what you did. I'm pregnant. Help me.
And you received that with like so much kindness. You didn't even know if I could afford a home. You were like, well, we'll get you that home. And that was, an exceptional way of with me, but with all my, struggles going as a first time mom, and like not knowing what to expect and being nervous about, not having a proper home for my baby. And I was going through all of that, and you helped me through
through it all, it's specifically, telling me it's going to be okay. Your baby's going to be fine. And you kind of just open up with your story as a single mom and everything. And I was so grateful for that, because till today, our family is so, grateful to you in everything that you've done for us, not just for that occasion, but you have helped us for multiple occasions, selling the house, buying the house, selling another house, buying the house. So it's been definitely a journey. So I have a question for you. What do you want to be when you grow up? Or are you there yet?
Oh, I want to be my kids when I grow up. They're such kind, smart, funny kids that I have so much respect for them and just love them with all my heart and could not be more proud. And I always say I want to be my kids when I grow up.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So how has your children in your childhood, per se, influenced who you are today? Who played a role model? Are they your role models?
Who, my children?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they both bring something unique to the table. They're two individuals with completely different interests and the same common thread of morality, which I'm so proud of.
Yeah.
The way they're so giving to others and so non-judgmental that sometimes I have to take a pause and say, I need to be as less judgmental as they are. And I think when you're working with the public every single day, it's hard not to be. But I think when you can take that out of the equation, then it just makes for an easier transaction and just better relationships with other people.
And that all came from you. So you got to take a little bit credit on what you taught your children. So what helped shaped you to have, those high standards? Like what helped you, or who played a role for you to have that type of integrity?
I think it's more of a function of breaking the cycle. I came from a family that did not have all those values.
Okay.
And I think when you can see the difference in right and wrong, or the way things should be, you try to always better the next generation. And for me, it was breaking the cycle and giving them something better than where I came from. That was really important to me, especially education.
Yeah.
That's where I made them a real big priority.
Yeah.
And that's where I'd take a second seat to things to make sure that was a priority in our household, was education. So I would probably say the need to give them what I had longed for growing up is what pushed me forward every single day. And living in the fear of the unknown and the worry of raising a family is what still drives me today. That fear never goes away. I think that's what gives us the perseverance and the work ethic to do what we do every day.
That's amazing. I can totally see, because on everything you do, you put so much passion with it, and you treat everyone that you deal with as family. So
I adopt you along the way.
I can totally see that. So what will you say, what wins and what struggles shaped you to be the woman and the mother and the professional, the entrepreneur that you are today?
Well, I've always wanted to be responsible for myself. I feel like there's a lot of value that comes with that, and a lot of confidence that comes in that, you know, after you continue to persevere. And persevering is something that was really a critical part of my life. Probably in 05, 06, when we had a major housing crisis with the subprime market. I mean, I had a child in lower school and one in middle school, and became very fearful if we were going to be able to hang on to our house, hang
Yeah.
on to private school. It was a really scary, scary time.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter was very profound at that young age and said, Mom, a house is just some windows and some walls. We're a family no matter where we are.
Yeah.
And that hit me like a ton of bricks. And I said, this is not a time to give up. The only way to teach your children how to persevere is to do it yourself. And I pulled up my bootstraps and just fought and fought and fought until, the changes started happening. I mean, it's true. The only way to make change is to change and change your habits and change the way you do things. Because if you stay the same, then you're always going to stay the same. So the
Right.
only way to improve was to reinvent myself. And that came through marketing and hard work and making connections and reaching out and prospecting and, revisiting with the people that I knew. And
Yeah.
it changed my life.
That's amazing. So today, what would you say matters to you the most?
My family.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else without them.
Yeah. That's
They
amazing.
will always be my why.
What brings you the most happiness from that, from not just from family, but from what you do on a day-to-day basis?
When you meet kind people that are so happy and that you're making their own dreams come true, that's not just a cliche. It's so true. When you see their face when they walk in and realize it's theirs, there's something special about that. When you hear the scream on the other end of the phone, when you tell someone their offer's been accepted, it just changes how you feel about everything. You realize that, yes, I just helped somebody with something that meant so much to them.
Yeah.
Because this is a personal business. It's not just a cold business. It's a warm business. It's the type of career that every single deal is different. You have to tailor it to that person or that family. You have to massage it and make it perfect for that family.
Right. Oh, that's so beautiful. I can totally resonate as of how having a different day every day can definitely keep you going, because like you said, every deal is something different. Every family is different. Every need is different. And I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's one of the things that keeps the fire going, just not having the same monotone day to day, 9 to 5. It doesn't work like that. You're always running around and just, catering to different needs at all times. But there are needs that are making a huge difference to whoever you're helping. So let me just go here. Tell me about what you do and who makes you a winner.
Oh, goodness. I think it's not about me winning. It's about my clients winning. When they win, it's an automatic that I win.
Yeah.
It's like I say to my team, when you make it about the clients, everything else will follow. When you make it about yourself, that's your recipe to fail.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about us. It's about the client who has entrusted us with our service. And we need to have that fiduciary responsibility to whatever their needs are, and to treat them again with good morals, good ethics, and integrity. And I will always come back to integrity, because that is the number one focal point of everything. I truly feel that honesty is a person's self-worth.
Yeah.
And without that, you have nothing.
That's awesome. If you could change anything on the realty world, or if you can just give a piece of advice to anyone, what would it be?
When you choose to work with an agent, choose someone who has integrity, has experience, really shows concern and empathy for your needs, and listens to what your needs are. There are too many brokers that are in it for the transaction.
Mm-hmm.
You need someone who is being thoughtful of you and willing to build a relationship with you and your family to ensure that your best interests are taken seriously.
That's so key. And I totally agree with you because I'm in the insurance industry. We meet realtors all the time. And I feel that there is two type of realtors. It's the transactional realtor and the realtor that actually, this is not just a job or a way of making money. It's like a responsibility that they have towards their community. And they both are very different, very, very different types of professionals. And I think, there is a fit for everyone, definitely. But I think just, having that connection, that personal connection, is what actually makes you more successful than anything else, and creates long-lasting relationships and long-lasting, it creates like a legacy for yourself and your team and everyone around you. So tell me, how do you feel, or how do you think you empower women around you?
I think that's by example, and I think that's by lifting up other people around you and helping build their confidence. I think in general, there are many women that do not give themselves enough credit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if they were to give themselves a chance
Yep.
and surround themselves with other supportive women or individuals,
Yeah.
as well, that's going to just enhance their own confidence.
Mm-hmm.
I see that in a lot of my friends,
Yeah.
and I have to remind them that
Yeah.
they're smart people and that they do have the power within themselves to do the things they don't think they can do.
That's so true. That's so true. How have you been able to transcend with your life goals and focus by helping others?
I think being a team leader now is giving me that opportunity because I have 3 people that work directly with me every single day on my team. And then I have a 4th who works kind of freelance. But I think of all of them as like family. But like I say to them, I'm handing them 31 years of experience. I'm sharing that with them.
Yeah.
I'm giving them my knowledge and solutions to my own mistakes to try to help them prevent from making the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives me an opportunity to teach, which I had never realized I like to do. And that's been really a pleasant surprise. But to see them grow, especially one particular team member, I've seen her confidence grow, her production grow. And that's really exciting because that's kind of like almost like a game that you're winning at, because you can see the progress and you say, this worked. But it's exciting for her to see how happy she is and how proud she is of herself. And there's something to be said for that.
That's amazing. So how can we transcend with you? How can we help you continue to grow? And how can other women reach out to you and, be in touch with you so you can help them too?
Well, I think that any type of collaboration that any professionals can have together, or just friends, I think that staying in touch, whether it's virtual cocktails or meetings or just a quick phone call, hey, I'm thinking of you. I think that spurs on conversations that bring up subjects that are needed for discussion, and I think that anytime we can be supportive of each other, despite the situation, that we think it through, that we're thoughtful, that we're empathetic, those are the things that we need to do for each other always.
That's amazing. So last, and I know you're super busy today and I don't want to take too much of your time, but lastly, what can you tell women out there to to help empower themselves. What message do you have for them today?
I think the best advice I could give is to be true to yourself, believe in yourself, continue to learn, expand your horizons, and again, not to sound cliche, but always be learning, always be striving to do better, because you can be better. There is no ceiling for you anymore. You know, it's what you make of it. Your goals can be your own. Don't be afraid to reach. Don't set that bar too low. Set it high, because it's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Yeah. Self-actualization, there's no such thing. I've never believed there to be such a thing, because the human instinct is to always be better, always want more, and to always be striving. And I think as long as women can be true to themselves and believe in themselves, they can accomplish whatever they want and don't let any obstacle get in their way.
That is beautiful. Thanks so much, Karen. So I have 5 quick hitters for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
These are like quick answers.
Okay.
Transcending is.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Transcending is.
Making change.
Favorite food.
Pasta.
Favorite music.
Pop.
That's amazing. Favorite book.
Anything James Patterson.
Okay. And favorite woman influencer.
All women.
All right. Perfect. Well, thanks, Karen. I really appreciate you being here with me today. I feel a little bit closer to you now that I know a little bit more. And I do hope that together we can change the world and we can continue, to create a difference out there. Like, already, I am super proud of you and I look up to you tremendously. And, if someone were to ask me who you want to be when you grow up, I will say part of Karen.
Oh, you're so kind.
So thank you so much for being here, and I really appreciate it. And I hope everyone listening out there can resonate with your story and can resonate with everything that we spoke about today in order to empower themselves.
Thank you. It was a privilege for you to ask.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for listening. I hope that you found this episode inspiring and that one way or another you were able to identify with today's story. Remember, like Catherine Stockett said, you is kind, you is smart, you is important. Start believing in yourself and empower those around you, because you never know when suddenly someone can realize they have a choice in what they could believe and do in this world. If you don't follow us yet, please subscribe at our YouTube channel, which is under my name, Monica Duani. You can also follow us on Instagram at TranscendwithM. Or if you just want to chat with me one-on-one, make sure to just connect on LinkedIn and send me a message. It's Monica Duani, and I'm always here for you. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next week.